Y'all need to help Steven Phillips out over there. Out the door and off the radio.
Here's Steven Phillips.
All righty, folks, it is Wild Wednesday. Gary Chapman's going to expose the truth. Pat Malone denies it, and I'm just trying to keep up. Good morning, Gary. How are you?
How you guys doing?
Man, we're doing
you're
good.
using the big stick to stir up things. That's what you're doing.
No. Yeah, you're in trouble today, Pat. I've got on my smart glasses.
Oh,
geez.
Yeah.
No house fires.
Are those like X-ray vision?
No, but they're better than that. They're the meta glasses.
The meta glasses.
Oh, so you can fact check me as I'm speaking.
Oh, that is awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, well, fact check this. Explain to me this. Okay, it's coming out of all of CNN and everybody else. Apparently, 30 Tomahawk cruise missiles and also 14 30,000-pound bunker busters.
Yep.
They don't blow up much the way they're reporting. It don't do much damage. I mean, I know what an M80 does to a toilet. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Think bigger, Steven.
You know, when a liar lies to me, I just assume it's a lie.
Right.
That's just it's getting so easy. They need to make it more plausible when they lie, because it's just so easy to see that they're just completely full of it. It's ridiculous.
You know, it doesn't help that the person that reported that was the same person that said that Hunter's laptop was Russian disinformation. So
exactly.
You got to consider the source there too.
Yeah. It's just kind of getting boring. By the way, shouldn't we start another war? I miss it.
Yeah. Oh man, World War III didn't last long, did it?
No, good grief, that was anticlimactic.
Hey, speaking of wars, there were no fires in your kitchen this morning, were there?
None.
Good. That's a good Wednesday. It's a good way to start the day.
Ooh, it's fabulous.
Start the day with no kitchen fires. That's a good day.
Oh man, and we got the F-bomb heard around the world.
Boy, I tell you what, you know how mad that guy was to because that was calculated. He dropped that bomb exactly where he wanted to.
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
He was mad. You could tell he was bent out of shape. Yeah. Bent out of shape. So, Pat Malone, do you think we've got any destruction over there, or do you think it's just a myth? I mean, I heard you and Harry's like, they didn't hit anything. These are precision guided missiles. I understand, right? They're precision. Yeah. Precision.
I'm pretty sure Harry's a little off base there.
No,
I think the actual assessment, when it's finished, will prove that we did more destruction, and this preliminary one says we did.
Well, CNN said it.
Got to be true.
CNN said what?
They didn't do anything. They just
CNN reported what the Defense Intelligence Agency reported. That's all.
CNN stands for clearly not news.
Yeah, I'm with you. I mean, all these news stuff's going. I mean, does anybody watch any of the liberal stuff at all anymore?
Every once in a while, I need some comic relief.
Yeah, it is kind of funny sometimes, but no. Big media is dead.
Right.
It is absolutely dead. It's just not buried yet. It is starting to smell though, so they should consider that.
Well, they called for a ceasefire. Then they had a little bit of a problem over there with the bomb being, with the F-bomb coming out and all the rest of that good stuff. But we understand to this point, as of today, everything's kind of calmed down over there.
Looks like it. Yeah.
You know what? I'm pretty sure everyone here has kids, right? Right. I mean, so your kids ever fight? You ever have a little thing and you tell them, okay, stop. That's it. Daddy said enough. And invariably one kid always has to get that last slap in right after you've told them to stop. Right. I mean, that's pretty much what happened yesterday with this whole one
Trump definitely pulled the car over.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He pulled the car over.
I'm going to set you out right here. I've heard that. I'm going to set you right here on the side of the road.
Pretty much what happened yesterday.
Yeah. I forgot about that. Man, it's like, boy, everybody looks forward.
Car got quiet real quick after that, didn't it?
Oh man, what a weekend. It's unreal. But that is the thing, and everybody's, we've got protests, I'm sure, all over the place. I don't pay no attention to them much anymore, but peace through strength. That's about all these folks over there in the Middle East understand. And I think they understand that we are not afraid to use what we've got to make sure that we have peace. So I think we're at a new standing in the world today from where we were back with Biden, where everybody just walked right over top of him.
Yeah, that is a timeless human condition. We all respond to force.
Right.
And if it's well placed, power's not a bad thing. If it's not, it's a real bad thing.
Yeah.
And that's what we had for 4 years. Just misplaced power. They did a lot of damage. And it's taken a bit to come back, but I think we're heading the right direction.
Yeah. Of course,
and it's crazy. Good Lord, it's bumpy. It's going to get bumpier, I think.
Well, it's when all that bomb was going on, I'm sure everybody was freaking out. We got half of the Trump force, I guess it was. They were split up. You got Tucker Carlson, he's going one way. The Hodge twins, holy smoke, they're back with us now. The Hodge,
are they?
Candace Owens, she is way out there still. She's mad at everybody, but. After all said and done, and everybody kind of looks back at it and said, well, daggum, this worked. Where are we going now? Are they coming back and saying, okay, Trump was right, we were wrong? What do you think's going with that?
Oh, it's hard to admit you're wrong. Very difficult.
Yeah.
Well, and I think it kind of goes back to something that we were talking about yesterday. You can disagree with something and still remain largely in agreement with other things and still be on the same team.
Yeah.
The other thing is, I think it's much too early to assess that it worked. I mean, I think it looks like it's working,
right?
But I think that's a work in process.
Well, if the Iranian people step up and do what they know needs to be done, it'll work. And if they don't, we'll be back at it. We will.
Well, if
those people are evil.
If it didn't work, we could just send them a little more democracy.
A little more.
I think Trump said that, did he not?
He pretty much did.
Yeah. He said, I think.
Yeah. What one word answer? The question was something to the effect of, if this wasn't effective and Iran goes back to their weapon development program, would you drop another bomb? I think the answer was sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh well, I'm all excited, and it was done with no leaks. That's just amazing because, like we were talking before we come on, the Democrats couldn't do it.
Yeah, no. Harry's little parting shot about Pete Hegg said, "That's amazing. That's what he praises him for. That's what he praises. How about wiping his own butt?" That was so stinking junior high, Harry. I hope you're still listening. You've got to work harder at coming up with more intelligent parting shots.
I thought that was pretty cute myself.
Oh, was it cute?
Of course you did.
Yeah.
Well, when you think back on the sieve that was the Biden administration, good grief. I mean, it is amazing that something didn't leak out. That is amazing. You do something that big and it doesn't get out ahead of time. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's great. Of course, Harry's over here like, he's not qualified. He's not qualified. Yeah. Why does he not like Pete? I have no idea. Yeah. We don't pay Harry no mind. If Harry's for it, we again it. That's what we come up with.
It seems to be a pretty good rule of thumb. Pretty strong position, and easy to defend.
He's such a moron anyway. All right, let's get to a break. I want to talk. Have y'all been keeping up with New York, man? New York.
Yeah.
The rails. We need to talk about this. We come back, see what the masterminds of the show has to think about all this going on with that. Right.
Yeah.
I'm with you. All right, we're gonna thank.
I don't want to get it started yet.
Folks, we have got Gary Chapman, singer-songwriter, on with us today. We love this guy. Go check him out on his Facebook, his Twitter. Or it's not Twitter anymore, it's X. And I'm sure you'll enjoy watching and keeping up with him. That being said, we'll be back on the other side. All righty, we're back with you. Before we get into this, I reckon, according to the news there, that we're going to have a demonstration on the square with No Kings protest. They actually got a permit for a flash mob. So I'd like to give a warning out there to all the locals. Do not go to town, because if you've seen all these old folks out there, and if you go driving by and they flash you, that's something you don't want to see. I'm just telling you. I don't want to see that. Do you?
No, you can't get that. You can't get that out of there. You can't.
I hope.
No.
Well, if you have a permit and it's like ahead of time, how is it a flash mob?
Well, they're gonna be out there flashing you. Ain't you ever seen them up there in New York City? They wear them trench coats when you walk by, they flash you.
Trench coat mob.
Yeah, I just hope they got an ambulance up there in case somebody steps on one of their boobs. You know, they're all old. Yeah. What the heck? No kings. No kings. These people are crazy. What the heck are they after?
I thought that whole thing was done. That was such a stinking failure on somebody's part.
Yeah.
It's just a bad idea.
I think they decided to do the flashing thing. I don't know, to get interest or something. But
I
I'm just
don't
telling
know.
you, do not go to Hiawassee Field between 12 and 1:30 because you'll be scarred. That'll be a memory in your brain that you don't want.
I'll be busy raising money for first responders in Towns County. Thank you very much.
Ah, there you go.
Summer heat, baby.
So I reckon we got this mayor.
Zohan Kwame Mandani.
Well done. Much better than I could have done it.
Man,
I tried.
He is out there. I've been Christopher
Yeah.
Martini. He actually lives up there, and I've been kind of keeping up with him, and he's freaking out. He's like, I hope Kumo or whatever his name is. I hope he cheats just so he can get it, because this guy here is.
Well, he conceded. He's out.
Cuomo, Cuomo conceded.
Yeah, and he is. I mean, he is way out there. Let's see. I got it pulled up here. He's wanting like
Rent control.
Yeah, keep going.
Free transit, universal child care, defending
government supermarkets. I love that.
Government supermarkets, defunding NYPD by $3 billion, $30 minimum wage, 55% increase in corporate taxes.
Right.
Yeah, he's literally going to destroy what's left of that city. He is. Yeah. He'll destroy it.
Well, okay. So you got Eric. What's his name? That's the mayor now.
Adams.
Thank you, Eric Adams. Yeah.
He's independent, right? He's
he's a liberal independent. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what do you think the chances of him winning now is?
Wait a minute, isn't he term limited?
I think he's gone. Yeah.
Yeah, he's out.
Yeah.
You need to keep up on that stuff, Steve.
I'm not sure, man. Are you sure he's out?
Pretty sure.
Yeah.
I'm not positive. I don't know. I don't care. New York's been gone for a long time. That's enemy territory up there.
Eric Adams, he is a current mayor elected 2021. So is he out or not out?
I thought he wasn't running.
Yeah, he was elected in 2021. His current term began in 2022. He would be eligible to run again in 2029 if he chooses to sit out the 2025 election. So there you go. He has
you got to rotate off.
Wasn't he under indictment for something?
I think they all are, aren't they?
Yeah, pretty much.
Pretty much.
No, I mean there was a real indictment, not.
Well, now here's the thing, though. I mean, you look at this and all the stuff that he's planning on doing. That is socialism, is it not? I mean, would that might be?
Stephen, come on. He's a Democrat socialist. That's what he put down for his party affiliation.
Yeah, he's not hiding.
He's a communist, for God's sake.
Absolutely.
Government grocery stores. Where do we have government grocery stores?
Cuba.
Okay.
Yeah, and
Russia.
Okay, the bed shelves are half empty all the time.
True.
Okay, so now you've made my point. You made my point very clearly. But now, are they not protesting no kings? Would that not be pretty much a dang king? I mean, we not leading in that direction? I mean,
no, that's the commissar, not the king.
Yeah, well, it's the same thing. Yeah, the same thing. So I guess what we could do is go up to New York City and buy some groceries and drive back down here because it's going to be so much cheaper and better and all that, right?
Oh yeah, and there'll be plenty. They'll be stocked, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And then you'll have government health care.
Oh, that works very well.
Yeah. And then you ain't got to pay to go to college.
Well, if you eat the government food, you're going to need the government health care. So
this is just amazing to me that he got elected up there. I mean, honestly, you would think, and that's the thing. And everybody's like, well, we don't need people that's not from America to run. He's been a citizen for 7 years, I think. Is that right?
I have to check that.
Why are you surprised, though? I mean, this has to happen.
Because it's America, man. It's America.
No, it's New York City.
Well,
yeah, that's a big distinction there.
It is a big distinction.
Yeah.
Isn't this like part of the fall, and then it has to bottom out, and then people will finally realize, and then it's too late, and that kind of what happens.
Isn't that what happened? Was supposed to happen with Cuomo?
Yeah, it was. But this guy's going to do a much better job of screwing up than Cuomo would have.
That's the truth. I mean, honestly, it's just, I'm just amazed to me that somebody would hire this. I mean, vote for this guy. I don't understand how that many people in New York City are that stupid.
Well, most of the people that had sense went to Florida a long time ago. Dude, they're down to fighting weight as far as brain cells go. I mean,
start from the position that your potential voters believe what the candidates are saying with their promises.
Yeah.
And now what he's saying, the end result is like utopia. But we know pragmatically that does not occur.
This is what happens though. Like Steven you're always harping about that. You're always saying, well, people come in here and then they change the rules and they leave.
Right.
But this is the perfect example of that. I mean, this is what happens. You go up there and then all the good people are kind of like, and the business owners and stuff, they're just going to leave. I mean, I just looked it up when he said that, billionaire CEO says closing all grocery stores if this guy wins. So, I mean, like that's what happens. Though. I mean, everybody's just going to leave, but then they come here. Then they're like, you know what we should do?
Yeah,
we should elect the Democrats.
That's right. Next year we'll have bigger flash mobs. That'll be cool.
I mean, look at California. Look at New York City. Look at where all this stuff's going. Look at Chicago. It's every single one of these places. And these people, well, I don't think I can do it anymore. I guess I'm going to move on up to Blairsville, and then they come here, and it's like,
yeah.
And the people that do stay, they say, well, he wasn't progressive enough.
Mm-hmm.
We got to double down.
But so then you leave the place with you have 100% of just crazy wackos. So of course this guy's going to win. I mean, he's the king of wackos.
I'm surprised that guy Lander, the comptroller, didn't do better. I mean, he got himself arrested and everything.
Yeah, he tried hard.
He worked at it.
He did he followed all the rules.
Yeah, he did it. I don't know.
By the way, in answer to your question, this guy Mandani was born in Uganda, but moved to New York with his family when he was 7. So he's been here a little longer than a few years.
Yeah. Okay, maybe that's what it was. He was 7.
He was 7 when he got here. Not that that's it.
A small.
There you go.
Miscalculation there. That's okay.
Yeah, we're splitting hairs.
Yeah. What's a couple of decades between friends, right?
72% of Democrats in this poll voted for him and agree with having municipal grocery stores.
Wow.
72% of the Democrats.
I'm just telling you, they're done. They're done. They're done. And it's very sad because there's still a bunch of people up there. There's just not a lot of smart people up there.
Well, they're leaving, especially they're talking about tax. Okay, we're going to tax the rich. We're going to tax the rich businesses and all that kind of stuff. And so they're going to leave. I would leave.
They're going to leave.
We already talked about the grocery store shutting down, moving out and all that. So, okay, when everybody leaves, where's the money coming from? Where is the money coming from?
The government.
Which would be
it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
It comes from you with the state and local tax thing. I mean, like the salt tax that they're all talking about. I mean, we're going to subsidize the failure of the Democrats and the socialist run country. I mean, the states. I mean, that's what's going to happen.
Yeah.
You pay for it, Steven. You're paying for the government grocery store. Now, Pat's going to say, well, you're not technically doing it. But money is fungible to where it's like you're paying it whether or not. I mean, it all goes into the pot and it's all going to come out of the pot. So hang on. You want your little
I know.
Hang on. Go.
I know what I know.
That's words of brilliance there, boy.
Yeah, we got a new one coming out. It's Trump with the
yeah. We might have to insert that in there, but we'll figure it out.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. I don't know. The whole world's crazy except for me and Gary and Smart Steve and Packy. That's it. Everybody else is lunatics. I didn't put Pat Malone in there. Yeah,
we noticed, Steven. You didn't have to point it out. The subtle slight was well noted.
Are you gonna go do that? I know Harry's all excited about this flash mob, man. He's done got all his cameras ready. He's gonna go up there and get him some.
Bought himself a new trench coat and everything.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh well, let's get to a quick break, folks.
Oh man. Leave the easy ones alone. It's a giant rule that I just almost broke.
Break it anyway. Let's get to a break. We got Gary Chapman. Y'all need to follow him, no doubt. Go to X. He's on X. He's on Facebook. He's all over the place. Got a big show. I guess that show you got this weekend, right?
It is. Yes.
Okay, good deal. All righty, we're back with you on Wild Wednesday. Got the big show coming up this weekend, right, Gary?
Yes, we do. It's going to be a good one. We had a little bit of a hiccup when Varble was supposed to be on, and he's had I think it's actually today. He's having open heart surgery, so
Oh,
he's
wow.
not going to be singing on Friday.
Oh, I'm praying for him.
Yep.
Yeah, he'll be good. He'll be good. But yeah, Leslie Satcher. I was kind of saving Leslie in my back pocket because she's just so strong. I mean, she's never in town. It was a total God moment when she said, "You know what? I was supposed to be in Utah on Friday night." She does a lot of big corporate events and that kind of stuff. The people that actually pay her. So yeah, but they canceled. And she said, "Yeah, I would love to do that. Be right there."
Outstanding.
She's incredible, dude. She's one of my favorite singer-songwriters on the planet by far. I mean, she's just so strong.
Change the World. Did she help write that? Who wrote Change the
No,
World?
that's Gordon Kennedy, the other guy.
Wow. I mean,
Man,
that's like
there's
mega.
a tune.
That's
There's a tune.
That's a mega thing, man. Everybody likes Eric Clapton, no doubt.
Yeah, that was actually a Grammy Award-winning song of the year of all genres. Yeah, he's done okay with that one. He's okay.
Yeah, I think he probably bought him a boat with that money, wouldn't you think? Yeah.
Bigger boat.
George Strait, Troubadour. I'm just an old troubadour.
Yeah, that's a jam.
Yeah. I love this. When God-fearing women get the blues. Who wrote that?
That's Leslie. Yeah.
Oh, that's it. I love that song.
My wife sings that all. It's like her motto, man. Yeah. When she starts humming that song, I hush.
Boy, yeah. Leslie she's a freight train singing too. My gosh, I mean, she just mows down whatever gets in the way. She's a really strong singer and very opinionated. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. It'll be a night I would love for Harry to be in the crowd.
Oh man, I've got a wedding going on Saturday, so I can't make it this time. But I really wished I could come. I've been up there about every time so far, and he slowly lets me in the door. And
well, we're not stopping. Last Friday of every month, we'll be right there.
And it's worth the trip. I'm not kidding you, y'all. First of all, the Mule House is absolutely beautiful,
awesome,
and the shows are just over the top. I mean, this is just absolutely over the top and so much fun. So if y'all get a chance to go to the Mule House, and a lot of folks go that way, and I highly recommend it. And but anyway, politically,
and there's so much better so much smaller a chance of getting shot in Columbia than there is on Lower Broad in Nashville. So you got to factor that in.
That's turned into a cesspool up there, is it not?
Oh, good grief. Well, not if you're looking for some fentanyl poisoning, but otherwise, yeah, it's not good.
Hey, Steve, since you can't go to the Mule House this weekend, maybe you can come by Sandbar on Sunday for our open mic, 2 to 5.
Oh, boy, karaoke? Can I do karaoke?
No. This is a fundraiser.
Gary, I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna start with karaoke. I'm gonna be famous.
Yeah, this ain't karaoke. This is North Georgia's finest musicians coming together every last Sunday of every month from 2 to 5. This one we are turning into a fundraiser for the Mountain Shelter Humane Society, though. So bring your canned food, bring your bagged food, bring your money, help the dogs.
Did Gary? Do you remember what Gary said about
something about musicians that you can't afford? You can't afford me. Gary could. You can't.
Politically incorrect. I don't know if I remember politically incorrect with Gretchen and Merle.
You don't? Oh yeah, that was a cool. It was a cool.
It was politically incorrect, right?
Yeah.
I remember that song. Yeah. That's a good one.
Oh man, this is great. You're having too much fun doing that, Gary.
Yeah. I am.
No such thing.
That's the plan.
Yeah. That is so cool. Yep. I wish we could go on that, but anyway. Oh, and we need to get Harry Mon up there. So what are you gonna do? That's the only thing about it, man. Used to I'd be out and about, and people's like, "Man, I love your show. I just love your show, and it's just so great." And we love Gary Chapman, and we love Wednesdays. And now when I go out, is Harry that stupid? That's what they ask me. Is Harry that dumb? Is Harry really that dumb? Is Pat Malone? Is he really a rhino like he claims he is? You took all the air out of my sails, Pat Malone.
I did.
Yeah, everybody they hate y'all more than they love us. That's what the problem is.
Okay. Well, we know who the stars are.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, the stars are shining. Oh well, what a crazy day! I reckon did y'all see where they actually found? Where's this at? They got found 60 kids or something in
yes, Florida.
60 missing kids were rescued during Operation. It says Dragonfly. I don't think that's the right thing. Dragonfly. That's pretty awesome right there. It's just, first of all, it's crazy to think that they have to rescue that many kids, and there are that many people out there that would do something like that.
That's just a drop in the bucket.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I don't know. So, okay, let me ask y'all another question. During that bombing over in Iran, I was listening to the Enforcer. I don't know if y'all keep up with the Enforcer, but anyway, I like their news when they come out because they're like, you know, they're all over the place. They were saying that the crude oil actually went down during that. Did y'all keep up with any of that?
Yeah, it is amazing. It is incredible.
Crude oil went up during the bombing. It went down a day or two after.
Right. The market's
up. It went
up
down the same amount it went up. So it's pretty much unchanged at the high 70s.
It was confusing the way they reported it, though. They made it sound like it went down, then it went down.
That's what I understood.
Yeah.
So where is the sweet spot on that? What, $60, $70 a barrel?
Anything between 60 and 80 is the sweet spot.
Right.
Closer to 60.
Below 60, they can't afford to drill new wells, and above 80, the consumer sort of pushes back a little bit.
I reckon Trump plans to rescind the rule blocking logging on national forest lands. Now, that's a big deal. I think that's a big deal.
That's a huge deal. Actually.
Yeah. And actually,
so a big deal, good, bad, or indifferent? What?
It's going to be good.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It depends on where. I mean, if they go straight into, the redwoods and start cutting them all down, I'm not going to be for that. Yeah. But there's just a giant chunk of this country that is owned by this country that just lays there doing nothing.
Well, that's what they said, and I actually watched a thing on logging. Don't ask me why, but I did. But anyway, controlled growth is a big thing for your forest, and it actually helps the forest. Yes. And they actually cut the dead trees and take them out because they're still good for lumber.
Don't tell Gavin Newsom.
So this is a major, not to mention that, our importing of wood I would think would slow down now. Would you not think, which was a pretty big deal?
It should. We wouldn't be quite as dependent on Canada because, they're going to cut us off pretty soon, I'm sure.
You don't think they're going to be the 51st state? You really think they?
Yeah, I think Alberta might. I don't think the rest of them are. Yeah. The rest of them might as well have Ma'am Dammy as their prime minister. Good grief, man.
Well, isn't the mayor of Toronto a Muslim?
Is he really?
I believe.
Man,
mayor of New York's about to be.
If you want to really go down the rabbit hole of that, it's check out every significant city in the United Kingdom. Every single one of them is a Muslim mayor. Yeah. Really? They have 180 something Sharia courts scattered across England, and they are supreme over the original court system.
It's frightening.
Think about it.
Which, Steven, you probably would agree with pretty much most time.
Yeah, mostly. I mean,
hang him, you know what I mean? Like,
throw him off the roof.
Yeah, you probably just get along with him great.
Yeah, you could. There's your calling. You could be a Sharia court judge.
Yeah. No, they don't eat bacon. He's.
That's
no,
the thing.
Well, he works around that alcohol stuff with the Baptists, so I think he could work around the bacon.
Here's the thing I don't understand. Okay, you got Muslims. They hate pork, right? Beer, dogs, bikinis, Jesus, freedom of speech. They hate
interest.
They hate the LGBTQ community, right? I mean, we know that. And they're voting them in. Why? I mean, if you was LGBTQ, if you was a homosexual, why would you vote for this guy if you know that the Muslims, the first thing they would do is throw you off the roof? Why? I mean, does that not make it?
Give us that word again that categorizes these people.
Homosexual.
Sexual, yeah.
Homosexual.
Well, if you're going to get sex, you want to be at sexual.
Yeah. Good point.
Sex you won't.
But you know what? I mean, why would you vote for these people if this? I mean, just because they hate pork, that's enough for me. Packy's like, they don't like beer. I'm against them. Yeah,
Stephen, why did people vote for Biden? Why did people vote for Harris this last
They didn't.
No, I mean,
they didn't. Nobody did.
That's actually coming out too, by the way.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It was
what does happen when the 2020 election gets fully exposed? What happens?
Nothing. I mean, what do you do? Talk about the
same
largest
thing when the JFK papers are fully
when they
exposed.
come out. exactly.
Yeah.
And the Epstein files.
Yeah, and the Epstein flight logs. Yeah.
Well, I need the flight logs. It's the files.
Okay, the files, whatever.
10,000 hours of video that we'd all love to watch, I'm sure.
I would love to. Yeah. Nothing. I don't. Of course, we're. Yeah. What are you gonna do?
Well, no, our society is so easily distracted by the next shiny object. It's hilarious to sit back and just watch it. We can't focus on one thing long enough to actually deal with it because look, it's a baby wolf right over there.
Yeah.
It's constant distraction.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why you guys know where I go. That's why if you're not focused on what Jesus wants you to be doing today, in all your ways, acknowledge him and he'll direct your path. And that actually works. If you actually have an ongoing conversation with him in your head as you move through a day, it's amazing how much good stuff you get done. It's incredible.
Pat and they were talking about people are actually going away from God or religion. You're saying, what were y'all talking about, Pat?
No, I was talking about they're leaving organized religion. That population is getting smaller, but the number one cause that's contributed to is religious causes. So they're supporting it financially, but they're not showing up.
So they believe in the spirituality of the Lord, but not necessarily the organization controlled.
Well,
by man.
but they're contributing to organized religion that they don't agree with. I don't know how to phrase it right.
I guess it's hard to donate directly to the man
really?
upstairs,
Sounds like a good time to start a church. You mean they're just giving the money away?
Back in church.
So exactly.
No strings attached.
I'm sorry, I'm gonna be a little bit.
And you get tax breaks.
I'm gonna ask a question. Everybody's wondering, what is organized religion?
That's your Catholic Church, your Episcopal Church, your
Baptist
organized,
church.
your Baptist Church, your Methodist Church,
It's your denomination.
Pentecostal, they're not very organized. Woohoo!
You've heard of spam, something posing as meat.
Yeah.
What you're talking about now is spar. It's something posing as religion. I don't know of, and I'll get in trouble for this, but whatever. I think it's fabulous because organized religion is just as responsible for a lot of horrible things as anything else.
Correct.
Because it's power. It's power. That's why those big churches always wind up crashing eventually. And it's always the same thing. It's always sex or money, or if you're lucky, both, because it's a better story. That has nothing to do with the relationship with Jesus.
That's exactly right.
At the core of every single human being, that really doesn't have anything to do with it. That 100%. Has something to do with community, which is a great thing. But you can also create that by going and saying hello to your neighbor.
Right. But when you get into, I think religion has hurt Christianity more than anything.
Oh, dude.
I've
told you. Wait a minute. What did you just say?
He's right.
The
religion has hurt Christianity?
Yes.
Isn't Christianity a religion?
You're missing his point.
Yeah.
The religious spirit, and there is one, it is the most difficult demon to get out of anybody because it knows the Bible better than most Christians. I'm telling you, it's a real thing. Absolutely. I've seen it way too many times.
But you got so many different religions that, it's just like your Catholic religion and you got to do certain things to get to heaven, and you got to do this and you have to tie your shoes a certain way, anything like that. But when it comes down to it, if you believe Jesus Christ is your Lord and Savior and you ask him to be your Savior and to come into your heart and put the Holy Spirit in your heart, that's pretty much the bottom line, is it not?
You're kind of good to go. Yeah.
You pretty much defined my sort of example of spirituality versus the organized religion.
But now if you truly believe and the Lord comes in your heart and the Holy Spirit, there'll be a change in you. Do you not think?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. You can't listen to his voice for any amount of time and not want to listen to it more. And when you do that, life changes. It just does.
But
it's not a set of rules. It's a relationship. It's a conversation that lasts until you stop breathing. Then it really starts.
Of course, Pat Malone, if you go to his church, you have to wear that robe with the little pointy hat and the eyes cut out in it.
Those are cool, though. Those are cool.
Wow.
And we don't allow just anybody in our church.
Yeah. I like the way everybody's got to wear a mask in his church.
There are questions. There's a greeter who asks you if you're a Republican or a Democrat before.
I'm good with that. I'm good with that. Yeah.
I knew you'd love that rule.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Do you know, did I ever tell you about getting banned from TBN, Trinity Broadcasting Network?
No, it's already
good. Oh, good. Along these lines, this conversation set me up. I'm just telling you, this happened.
Right.
Years ago, I in a few interviews, I made the statement that I thought that Christian television was the single largest detriment to true evangelism in my lifetime.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that might not fly very well.
They didn't like it. They didn't like it. I didn't get it. But no, just all the charlatans begging for old people to give them all their last dollar.
Yeah, right.
All of that stuff stacked up over years and years and years and years. Yeah, that hurt the cause. It did. Because it's not real. If it's not real, it's not valuable to me.
Mm-hmm.
And I made the mistake of saying that publicly, so I was not allowed.
Well, you're a Nazi anyway. We got
that's true. That is true. Well,
so, you know, I guess it's all
we've all got our flaws.
Well, I guess we got one more break. We need to give something away. What we giving away, Packy?
What do we got today? Today is Wednesday, so we've got S&S Smoothies or the Tin Roof. You guys can pick either one of those.
What's the question, Pat?
We got a hard question today. Question is, who's the only president who met both George Washington and Abraham Lincoln?
Wow. What's the only president to meet George Washington and Abraham Lincoln? Give us a call, 706-379-9770, and you could be the winner. We're going to take a break. Always good to have Gary C. on here with us. What a great, look at how pretty he is.
You know what? It's the glasses. It's the glasses. It totally changed me.
All right, folks, we'll be right back on the other side. All righty, we're back with you, folks. We got a caller, Packy.
Nope.
Nobody called. Nobody knows who met Abraham Lincoln.
All the smart people are watching you on YouTube.
That count or not count?
Well, let's try to get a phone caller. 706-379-9770. Pat, give us that question one more time.
Which is the only president who met George Washington and Abraham Lincoln?
That should be easy enough, don't you think?
Yeah, I know the answer. Now, everyone knows that.
What are you talking about, Cash Patel, there a minute ago?
Yeah, so Cash Patel is supposedly giving some information today to Congress, proving that former FBI Director Chris Wray lied to them under oath about the extent of China interfering in the U.S. election. So we'll see if anything happens from that. I mean, he'll probably be in line right behind Comey.
Yeah,
you know, but we'll see.
Ain't we tired of this coming out and then nothing ever happens?
That's just
I'm sure they're all going to go to jail tomorrow. You know what I mean? It's all going to this time.
No, it's all military tribunals. You guys know that.
Yeah. Eric Van Pelt.
What?
Oh, nice.
Hello.
What? Hello. Hey, is that the guy on? I didn't know we had a caller. Who is this?
This is Eric Van Pelt calling from Blairsville.
Eric,
right on, Eric.
Eric Van what?
Pelt. Van Pelt.
Van Pelt. Okay, that's cool. What is that? What is Van Pelt? Is that Mexican?
Sounds Dutch.
Dutch.
Mexican. Of the Tijuana Van Pelts. Is that what?
Yeah. Good Lord, Steven.
Oh, well.
Good night. I thought I had hidden that identity a little better than that. But
I'm doing the best I can over here, man. Yeah. So who was the president? What's the president that met George Washington and Abraham Lincoln?
See, I thought that was the answer. I thought it was President Van Pelt.
Probably was.
No, it's the first president that was also the son of another president, John Quincy Adams.
Yeah.
There you
Congratulations. You are correct.
There you do. Are you working today or what are you doing today?
Yeah, I'm working.
What kind of work you do?
I am a deputy director for SIM International. I oversee 100 missionaries that live in the U.S. but travel the world.
Oh, that's a good thing.
That is outstanding.
Awesome. Yeah, that's awesome. Well, good deal. That works good. We appreciate you, man.
Yeah, keep doing the good work.
Yep.
All righty.
How does he get his trophy there?
I've got it here at the station for you. Come by and see me.
There you go.
I'll do it. Appreciate it.
Congrats.
Oh, man. So, weekend. What else is going on, Gary? Tell me something.
Before I forget this, I need you to at least get her on the phone one time because I need to meet the lady that says Rose Auto.
Hey, that is a cool place. They do a lot of work for me, man. You know, it used to, you could just wire a radio up, you know, just a couple of wires and you was ready to go. But man, it's all complicated. Yeah. Gosh, now I wire that thing up, my headlights quit working. So yeah, what are you gonna do with that?
It's kind of cool. Like you turn the volume down, the windows go down. That was kind of neat.
Worked pretty good. Yeah. Oh Lord,
hey,
Gary, go ahead.
I was gonna say, if you ain't doing anything and you're local here in town, I'll be sitting in with my buddies in Dire Wolf at Sandbar this Friday night.
There you go.
Just saying.
Just saying.
Does that stream somewhere? I want to see you. I want to watch you play.
I'll send you some videos, brother.
No,
yeah.
No, I want to see it.
Yeah.
We may need you to come up for open mic.
You got it, brother.
All right, Gary, we wasted an hour of your time, man. We appreciate
No, you didn't.
Yeah, we love you, man. No doubt about it. That is this weekend at the Mule House. In what is it?
I'm gonna go talk with my glasses for a while.
You gotta get me a pair of them. You look really smart, man. Yeah, you do.
Smart Gary.
Yeah, the smart Gary.
There you go.
Y'all be good. We'll talk to you bright and early in the morning.
See you guys.